Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Tours TV. This will be our final highlight show of the 2010 Tours Nationals as we are here on the final day. We have 5 championship games to end off with today, but we're going to go back a couple days and give you a couple highlights on our final highlight show. We're going to start off with your Adam AAA championship game, Border Cats against Arsenal Green. First off, Evan Orr from the Tour Border Cats, who came into this game undefeated. Evan Orr would put the Border Cats up 1-0. Arsenal Green would respond, though. It'd be Ryan Beck scoring his first goal of the game. Now, Arsenal Green came into the game the way we put the Adam division. The AA champion got a bonus game, and they got to play against the AAA champion. So this is AAA against AA. Arsenal Green would respond as Ryan Beck put his first goal of the game home. Now, Arsenal Green would then take the lead as they come in. Colin West would feed Ryan Beck again. Ryan Beck on the backhand scores his second goal of the game. The Adam AAA championship. The AA champion is actually in the lead 2-1, but it's sent up ahead now, and the Border Cats would respond. High score in the Adam division. Adam Beauvais snipes it top shelf there, and we're all tied at 2 in the Adam AAA championship game. But Arsenal Green would come back once more. It'd be Colin West. He would feed Alex Vetrano, and Alex Vetrano would come in after getting tripped up there. Vetrano goes upstairs, blocker's side. At this time, Arsenal Green takes a 3-2 lead in the championship game, but the Border Cats would come right back. Adam Beauvais would get the shot off, Evan Orr with the tip, and the Border Cats have tied it at 3. So going into the second period, we've got a tie game at 3 in the Adam AAA championship game. The Tour Border Cats would take the lead early in the game as Adam Beauvais in the second period would score to put the Border Cats up 4-3. Arsenal Green would once again come back. Ryan Beck now would get the goal. This would be Ryan Beck's third goal of the contest as Beck scored the hat trick and got the championship game most valuable player in this game. So we're tied at 4 early in the second period. But Tour Border Cats would come right back as Jake Dykstra takes the giveaway from the point, fires at blocker's side, and the Border Cats have a 5-4 lead in this game. But the Border Cats would once score again. Adam Beauvais would get a shot off, coming up right there, and he'd go blocker's side. At this point, Border Cats had a 6-4 lead, and you could see Arsenal Green's heads down on the bench, but they would come back and respond. Coming up here on the wraparound, Colin West would get the goal. He'd keep whacking at it. 6-5, Arsenal Green trying to come back and pull the big upset. Remember, this is the AA champion against the AAA champion. And Colin West would make it 6-5. But coming out here in front of the net on the backhand, Ryan Beck, goal number 4, right there on the backhand in the Adam AAA championship game. And we would move to overtime. Ryan Beck with a chance right in front. He goes blocker's side in overtime. Ryan Beck scores 5 goals in the Adam AAA championship game as Arsenal Green defeats the Tour Border Cats by a score of 7-6. Let's move on to the Mite AAA championship game. This was where we had a 3-game series. Right there, Joey DiMartino takes his shot and went upstairs. Roadrunners 99 Black won the first game, and they would try to win the second game and win it in a 2-game series. Right in front of the net here, Cooper Johnson gets his shot off on the one-timer. That game's all tied at 1. Border Cats 99 Black and the Tour Oakville Coyotes. We move ahead in the first period now. It's Mikey Colella doing battle in the corner. He'd lose control of the puck right there, regain it. He'd come out of the corner, and Colella would snipe it right from the front of the net on his backhand, and he'd go low blocker, and Mikey Colella gives the Roadrunners a 2-1 lead. Now, Oakville Coyotes trying to get out of the zone. Oakville passes it right in front, but it's a giveaway. Mikey Mania goes upstairs and makes it 3-1. Tour Roadrunners 99 Black. So 3-1 in this game so far, but Mikey Colella wants another goal. Joey DiMartino takes a shot. Colella pounds it home. It's 4-1. Roadrunners walking away with this one. And now in the second period, it'd be Zach Pfaffenberger whacking it away. Zach would put his team up 5-1, and Roadrunner Black would win the Mite AAA championship game by a score of 6-2. Now, let's move on to the mid-AA contest. Coming in the middle, Pittsburgh Mission Fusion player pulled down by Russ Rizzo of the Revision Buffalo Wings. Rizzo would go to the penalty box in overtime. That would give the Pittsburgh Mission Fusion a power play. Here, short-handed in overtime, Mikey Venus would try to take it the length of the ice. Mikey Venus comes all the way down, lost control, great back check by Alex Mueller, and the Pittsburgh Mission Fusion moves the puck up. It's Mueller getting it back. He'll go across to Sean McHugh. McHugh back to Mueller, and in overtime, it's the Pittsburgh Mission Fusion winning the Midget AA final by a final score of 3-2 over the Revision Buffalo Wings. The Buffalo Wings would win the Junior AA final in overtime, but they would lose this one to the Pittsburgh Mission Fusion by a final score of 3-2. Now, let's go to the Pro Series from Tor. We got the Palmer Cyclones against Mission. This all happened yesterday. Pat Maroon of Mission would score first right there on the 2-on-1 from Stephen Campbell. Mission would be up 1-0 in the semifinal game for the Tours Pro Series, but the Palmer Cyclones would respond. It's Joey Duran feeding Kevin Adams, and Kevin Adams from the bottom of the circle would hit it upstairs, and we're all tied at 1, Palmer Cyclones and Mission. Now, Amon Klur would try to find Sean Garsh right across the rink. Sean Garsh goes upstairs as he snipes that one, and the Palmer Cyclones are now in the lead 2-1 in the semifinal game for the Pro Series. Later on, in the second period, chance right out in front, but it would be stopped by Troy Redmond, and Redmond would go after Phil Maroon in the corner. They'd have a few words. Earlier in the game, the Palmer Cyclones ran Tommy Tartaglione of Mission, so Phil Maroon tried to get it back, and Troy Redmond had some words with Phil Maroon in there. But we get back to the game. Later on in the game, we're in the second period here, starting away out of the Palmer Cyclones. It'd be Garsh sniping it upstairs on Tommy Tartaglione as he cheated, and he went up top shelf glove side. Now we're 3-1, Palmer Cyclones in the lead. There's a shot by Garsh, goes over top of the net, comes right back out in front. Garsh regains control, feeds it out in front. Ethan Chavera is there to go 5-hole. 4-1 Palmer Cyclones. Think the game's over? Mission did not, because Mission came back and they would get right back in the game. It'd be Brendan Naurato feeding Patrick Maroon right in front. He'd whack at it, get the rebound. It's a 4-2 game as Pat Maroon, the Philadelphia Flyers prospect, would get Mission right back in the game. About 30 seconds later, Stephen Campbell would get the steal. He'd feed it over to Jack Combs, and Jack Combs one-times it. It's a 4-3 game with 4 minutes left, but that's as close as Mission would get, as Mission loses the game to the Palmer Cyclones by a score of 4-3. Palmer Cyclones move on to the Tours Pro Series Championship. In the other semifinal, it's the Tor Border Cats and the Revision Buffalo Wings. Tor Border Cats and Buffalo Wings, two of the youngest teams in the Pro Series in this semifinal game. It's Steven Oberzanek leaving it to Kevin DiVirgilio. Off the rebound, DiVirgilio puts it home, and Tor Border Cats take the 1-0 lead in the semifinal game. Border Cats would take a 2-0 lead as Weston Arch gets in over the line, and he'll snipe this one top glove, and it's a 2-0 game. Tor Border Cats in the lead on their way to the Tours Pro Series final. But the Buffalo Wings had a few words to say about that, as the Buffalo Wings would respond coming up here off the face-off. Buffalo Wings would get it. It'd be Alex Dorinka with the shot. Folger gets it from Ty Walzer, and the Buffalo Wings are within 1. It's a 2-1 game here in the semifinal for the Tours Pro Series. Revision Buffalo Wings attempting to tie the game. It's Kyle Kozlowski gets it over to Corey Conacher, and Conacher ties the game at 2, coming all the way back from down 2-0. But it'd be the Tor Border Cats responding again late in the second period. It'd be Weston Arch who would score once again. Steve Oleksy would get it right up to Weston Arch. He'd come through the middle, and he'd go upstairs once again right there, and the Tor Border Cats would take a 3-2 lead there and would grab another goal in an empty net to win it 4-2. So we'll move on.